Welcome to the Courtney Show.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. How is everybody doing today? It's a beautiful morning.
You happy with it? It was
Glorious.
really foggy when I woke up this morning. I looked out the window and thought, I got to drive through that. And then it was gone.
No fog.
Yeah,
I didn't see any fog.
Thank God.
Weird. I think my house might be haunted.
I did notice yesterday morning, this is bizarre, when I was driving on 64, coming to work, it's dark, and when you get to, like, Washington Park, Illinois, there's all the shoe show places.
Oh, is that what we call them?
I think that's what the Canadians call them.
I'll have to consult the Canadian in my life. I have Canadians in my life.
Shoe shows, because, that's what they're wearing. That's really all they're wearing.
Is it a shoe show?
Is shoes.
Oh, the shoe show. I was like, what a weird Asian thing is that?
Shoe show.
Gotcha. They're only wearing shoes.
Yes.
So you call it a shoe show.
Got it.
Okay.
I've never heard that in my life.
I think Jen Myers is the one that told me that.
Oh.
She was, she grew up on the border.
Oh, right.
Yeah. They've got stuff. Alex and her mom say gigaws and gym cracks.
What?
And she's convinced that it must have been a Canadian thing.
What does it mean?
So like a store that, like we would say knickknacks, like a store that sells like knickknacks.
Yeah.
They always say like, they've just got gigaws and gym cracks there. And I'm like, what?
What is
What?
That is
I was like,
insane.
hold on, back
Gym
it up.
cracks? I'm thinking a different kind of crack.
Yeah, no, that's
What is the first word?
gigaws and gym cracks.
Gigaws?
Yeah.
Gigaws and gym
I was like, what is going on? It sounds like they started speaking Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Gigaws is a elf from the Never.
Yes, yeah.
Another world.
From Middle Earth.
Yeah.
That's very funny. Weird words. So anyway, the shoe show.
Yeah.
You know where I'm talking.
I do now.
And it's all lit. It's lit up.
It's lit up very well.
I was like, what was I even talking about? I got so sidetracked. But there was this weird, just foggy, looked like a cloud, just over just all of the strip clubs.
Oh, really?
Nowhere else. It was bizarre. It looked like there was a fire or something. You know what I'm saying? But there wasn't.
But just at
Just there.
the shoe shows.
I was like, what is going on? Yeah,
I don't know what it was.
I don't know. But the shoe shows in Canada are supposed to be top notch.
How so? Just a higher caliber
Yes.
model?
That's what I've heard.
I didn't know that.
Like real high caliber.
Where they
Really?
they have the best stuff going on.
I don't know. I'm just telling you. That's what I'm hearing on the street.
Well, we keep threatening to go to Canada to visit her family. So if I'm there, I'll
Report back.
do some research. For
I would
everybody.
really like to go to Canada in the summer and play golf because I've seen people that take trips to Canada to play golf and it looks spectacular.
Oh, I would think.
But I can't imagine there's going to be a lot of golf courses.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of land.
I know, but you can't really make it work in Canada, I don't think.
I think if you hit like Toronto, you're going to be just fine.
Yeah, but it looks stunning.
One of the kids on my baseball team, his mom is from Canada, and they go up, and I think her dad is a big golfer in Toronto.
It looks beautiful.
And I think they've got a really nice place that they play.
Tim's heading out after today. You're going to visit your brother in upstate New York.
Yeah.
You
leave
ready to go?
very early tomorrow. No, today's going to be a lot of getting ready to go. So we're trying to figure out I guess we're going to leave a car at the airport and we got to bring,
Oh, you got to pay that.
car seats and it's going to be another.
Do you have a
and
place?
The flight leaves at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
I mean, do you have a place like that you usually go when you leave your car? A certain garage or a certain
No,
lot?
I don't do that very
I
often.
know you don't. You always have your dad.
Yeah, or somebody, yeah.
Somebody dropping you off.
I always use the same place.
Don't you?
Yep. It's one of the parking spot ones now, but it used to not be. It was its own thing. It's on 170.
Yeah.
So it's kind of far from the airport,
The parking spot. Yeah.
but it's
easy to get to.
so easy to get in and out of, and it's like it adds 60 seconds to getting to the airport. And you're like, I don't have to drive anywhere near the airport. I'm just bloop, over there,
Yeah.
and they take me over.
Yeah,
and I'm there.
we used to always hit that one. We did a new place last time.
It's a parking spot now, but whatever it used to be when it opened, it was really great.
I think it was always the parking spot.
No, not where I'm talking about.
The one off of 170.
Yeah.
It's like on its own.
Yes.
170 and Natural Bridge.
I don't know cross streets.
Why don't you just say you don't know streets?
I don't have my crisscross guide with me.
I think that's always been that, but I don't know. It was really nice and brand new, and they have soda.
Yeah, they had soda in there. Yeah, it was
Nice
not
bathrooms.
originally the parking spot. It was its own little thing, and I'm like, and I liked it too, because I'm like, oh, it's just they're doing their own thing, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna treat you great. I'm like, I love you, and then they got gobbled up by the parking spot.
There you go. There's a spot for you.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I had another thing that worked out. The last time I did it, it was an airport lot. Worked out great.
One that Lambert owns.
Yeah, because the thing was up.
Oh,
Oh, you just bloop right
Arm
in.
was
so
up.
how did you get out then?
I'm saying it was up. I just left.
Oh, it was
gotcha.
up. That's
You were
right. We
prepared
talked
to
about
pay.
this.
Yes, we
you had
did.
You had some guilt.
I had some weird feelings.
I don't know
about it.
why you would have.
I'd be worried about cameras or something.
Well, because they put a bunch of signs up that are like, well, but
Well-
there's really nothing you can do. There was nobody in the thing.
Yeah.
No
they probably had to go to the
automated thing.
bathroom, and he was just like, I'm leaving this up.
Yeah.
I gotta go pee.
I think they're doing okay
I think they are
on
as
the
well.
parking front.
Yep.
What happened yesterday? Anything? We had a nice little fall festival. Oh, by the way, I saw I was outside enjoying the morning weather, and I got to stop and look in the window.
Oh,
From the same person?
Yes.
kidding.
I enjoy it.
How is the person looking?
Now, it wasn't a very long stop and look. It was just like
Just a quick.
a quick. And I get it. When I'm out there, I'm like seeing how I present myself, but luckily nobody, I hope, is watching me, looking at
You
me.
can't see in at all?
What?
I mean, you could. You were. Okay, wait.
You're outside in the front
Yes.
of the building, and this person is coming in from the back.
Yeah,
They're
in through
looking
the
at
lobby.
That door that is a glass door. They don't know you're on the other side of
Yes.
it. They just see their reflection.
I guess
because
only in
it's
the
dark.
morning is that the
Yeah,
case.
can't see anything out there.
I don't ever noticed.
Give it a
Like
look.
I said, I
You're
don't
not
look.
looking at yourself.
'Cause I don't want to see me. Not at that time at all.
Anyway, we had a lovely fall festival yesterday.
Delightful. Great weather for
Hanging
it.
out on the lake.
Out by the water. The campus here, if you will, the 106.5 The Arch campus, is
The campus.
really something. No, Hubbard is at City Place out here, and it's great.
And I didn't tell you this yesterday, but I got to the bottom.
Of the pizza?
I sure did.
You knew.
I was exactly right.
There's no question.
No question. I asked
Her
the person.
directly.
Yes.
What did you say?
Hey,
Last Monday.
last Monday, did you take a pizza box out of the fridge and throw it in the trash? She's like, I don't remember. I'm like, it's not a big deal. But in my thought, it was you because you're the one that you usually are cleaning after people. Mm-hmm. And she's like, and then I said, she said she looked at the pizza and it looked dried up.
Oh, so she assumed it had been in there for a long
So
time.
and I said it was brought in at 6 a.m.
I'm gonna
on
bite my tongue.
Monday and thrown away at 10:15, and she felt terrible, just terrible.
She's probably going to buy you a new one now.
What I don't understand is other food sits in there for 3 weeks.
Maybe because it was such a large box.
It wasn't that large. Wait, so she went from I don't remember to oh yeah, I opened it up and it looked dry.
Yeah. There were some bad feelings felt because we're coming together at this nice thing.
Sure.
Yeah, the
And
spirit of
the spirit of
fall.
the fall was all around us.
There were leaves.
But I felt bad for the person
Yeah.
because I know that
Me.
both of you. It was an unfortunate thing. I would have been really
What's
upset.
her policy then? If it's a box of pizza, she'll look in it.
I think you just gotta. I think you just have to write on it. Like
You do. You got to write on
I
it.
think you just have to, because if somebody's in charge of cleaning up after messy people all the time, they can't.
Oh man, I would have.
I would
have no tolerance.
I
I'm
wouldn't
just
either.
Like, done.
Even though
throw
you were
away,
totally
move
in the
it.
right.
But what I am curious to know what her policy is, because it's also a thing where if you're going to throw stuff out, I get the idea of, well, I've seen it. Oh, I've seen it. This was her first time laying eyes on this pizza.
I like that you think that there's a policy.
There's no policy.
Well, why wouldn't there be?
I think it's
if I was
Monday morning.
in charge of that.
Maybe there's cleaning up to be done,
Yeah.
and it's just part of it.
It's just like, if I don't get this out of here, somebody's going to yell at me. You got to clean out the fridge.
I didn't go
This
that
pizza
far.
looks old.
I didn't question. It wasn't my thing. I just wanted to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
I did. There was bad feelings.
Guilt.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad to hear it was that and not just somebody being a jerk
No.
or eating it or whatever.
Felt terrible. Just terrible. Bad, real bad feelings. So I'm just
should
letting
I
you.
expect like a note or an email?
I don't.
I mean, if it's who I think it is,
Well, it is.
you can use it to your advantage. I mean,
Yeah.
this person's got some
Oh,
sway.
yeah. They
I'm
do.
not holding my breath.
But they do. That's
Yeah.
a good point.
I mean, that's what I would do.
I don't know if this person even knows my name.
Well, you got to make yourself known.
Who's this street teamer that keeps asking for tickets? Listen, I'm the pizza guy, and
Let's make this right. Let's make this right.
Yeah.
You know what would make me feel just fine? Some tickets and a suite
Uh-huh.
to Billy Joel and
Yeah.
Sting. Got a line on any of those?
Oh.
But yeah, Fall Festival yesterday. We went out back to the somewhere, and it
What is that? City Place 1?
was beautiful. There's a lake with a fountain.
Food from what's the place called?
Oh, God.
Reserve.
What is
The
it now?
Reserve.
The Reserve.
It used to be Granite City Brewery.
It's that space.
It's that space. But yeah, I had a turkey slider. It was delicious.
Yeah, the turkey was really good.
That's really all I went in on, and some chips.
I like the little cone of meat and cheese.
I didn't
that
get
was
anything else.
Good looking.
I was enjoying that.
But it was
Very
nice.
fancy.
We didn't stay like a really long time, but it was gorgeous in the shade. I was a little worried I was going to be sweating. I had to go get a GTG t-shirt out of the.
Is that why you
Prize
got that? Because
closet.
you were worried about the heat?
I was hot. I was so hot.
It felt good.
I like that you were representing.
I know it felt better wearing the GTG thing than the Courtney Show. I feel weird about that for some reason.
Yeah, I can understand.
So what did you guys do after that? I went and got an oil change. That's about the extent of my day. Well, there was stuff done around the house, and I watched some new things too.
Oh. What'd you watch?
I watched The Golden Bachelorette.
Oh, yeah.
The
I
first-
took in some of that.
I only watched like the first hour. I recorded the rest. And I watched from the night before I had recorded High Potential with
Oh.
Caitlin Olson.
How was that?
I loved it.
They look good.
But you know, it's procedural, and it's another person that has a weird way of looking at things. She's got
Sure.
this crazy high IQ. And Caitlin Olson, I think, is so good. Like, she's
great.
she's unbelievable. She's in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Is
She's
this another
the daughter.
of the Olsons?
No.
She's the gal in
Hacks.
Always Sunny.
And she's in Hacks. She
Yeah.
plays Deborah Vance's daughter.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
DJ.
There's a show I watch.
Yeah. So she plays that. She's great. She's so likable and cute and funny.
Yeah.
And I
The show looks good.
will be watching it.
Here's my issue. That show is a remake of I think it's a French show,
Yes.
and it's called High Potential Intellectual, which makes a lot of sense. That's because the whole idea is that she has this off the charts IQ. She doesn't
But-
really use it, and then all of a sudden the cops are like,
But her
"Hey,
life has not gone her way
yes."
because of her brain.
But now it's just called High Potential, and it makes me think it's about somebody smoking weed or something.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, maybe it's a drawback if you don't know what it is, but once you find out, you don't care about I mean, it's good, but I
know
get
it doesn't affect the show.
The
I'm just
name
saying.
is not great.
Executives do dumb things.
It's not clicking in my head
Yes.
to remember it.
Yes. Well, and it means something different.
But it's good. It's I liked it. You know, I like a procedural.
You do.
And this has a little side of comedy.
Your love of procedurals is similar to my enjoyment of sci-fi. The standard of quality drops significantly.
Yes.
Because of
the procedural
genre.
Yes.
You're like, I will accept garbage.
But I believe
it fits into what I like.
But I do believe this has got it's a higher level of, it's not total crap.
Well, I mean, it's got high in the name. So.
All right, tell me about your day.
I had to get gas on the way home, and so I went back to my old Costco, and the new pumps are there.
What a day.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I don't know if it's because people just they're like me, that they're not sure if it's going yet, but it was
empty.
Easy breezy.
Nobody
baby.
knows yet.
There's so many more pumps.
So much better.
And I will say, this being forced out of my usual Costco and going to the other two, it has taught me that their systems work much better. The other two that I've been going to. And I'm like, I really hope this is what they're putting at the one that I go to in South County. And it is. And so it's, instead of like 2 pumps, there's 3 pumps. There's a light up there that shows you like which ones are occupied. And so, because you can't always see ahead of you if there's like a big SUV, but you look on the little board, the little scoreboard, and you're like, oh, there's an open spot in front of him. I can just, zip around and get to that spot. So it's just like so much more efficient and so many more pumps. And it's like, I think my life has changed. Because I would sit and wait there's no way. You would see the line
Sometimes
and be like,
you'd put it off. You'd be like,
you would see the line and you'd be like, why would I sit here and wait? This is insane. And this time was just a breeze. So,
well, I'm happy.
It's a new
for
me,
you.
everybody.
It's a win. That's a
great.
win for you.
the new me.
Any wins for you yesterday, Tim?
I mean, I think you getting into the bottom of the pizza thing is, I like having closure on that.
Do you feel shocked? Have you been kind of knocked off base a little bit by this?
By this news? I'm processing still for sure, but I think it is better than the other scenarios.
I went back and forth if I should have even say anything, because now
To me or to her?
to her.
Yeah.
And I needed to know.
Yeah.
That's the investigator in me.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
glad.
the procedural
Yes.
side of you.
Uh-huh.
Did you do it kind of like Columbo? Like, one more thing.
No, but I wish I would have.
You shared like a personal anecdote and then you hit him with it at the end. You're like, I had an uncle. Guy loved pizza. Ate it, I don't know, every day.
You know what used to
Yeah,
make
hit
him
him.
mad?
Yeah. I would love
You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Day was, if you were talking to my uncle, what would you tell him? Day was good. Fall party, got some coffee, hung with Sean and Greg, much more peaceful this time.
Oh.
It was good. And then picked up the boys and hung out with a bunch of, all the neighborhood kids are just everywhere, every night. It's fantastic.
And you have that cul-de-sac, so it's great.
Yep. Everybody just hanging and,
Don't you have a cul-de-sac?
parenting. Yeah, we do.
I'm confusing your house and your mom's house. She has a cul-de-sac too.
Yeah, we've got one too.
I call it sack life.
What does Canada call it?
They
A
call
roundabout?
Yeah, a roundabout.
Hey.
A spinny do. Oh, do you live on a spinny do?
That'd be a fun question of the day today. What are your weird words? Not yours, maybe, but in your family, because they're from a different region or whatever.
Yeah.
That are just part of their vernacular, but you have no.
This is what Grandma says.
Sounds
and
like
we say it this
weird
way.
words that aren't part of the English language.
I think it's Dutch. We don't even know.
Ours are St. Louis ones that get me beat up in other places, like the Muscatoli.
Muscatoli.
Man, people.
That'll really, yeah. Somebody sent a video in yesterday. Let me see if I can find it. About me talking about Tupperware and bringing up Tupperware.
Oh, Tupperware, yeah.
Yeah. And I'll find it and play it. I'll play it in your Hollywood Outsider. It's kind of funny. It's a podcast, and some guy calls it that, and it's all the record stops. What did you say? That's like Chris with SMH during the show. That's the worst when you're on the air And you find out because of the others in the room that you've been saying something wrong your whole life.
Yeah.
It's like, it'll hurt for a while.
Yeah.
I had that happen when you did the intents and purposes.
Oh, yeah, because you were like, you thought it was an error.
Yeah.
Like, this person isn't using this right.
What?
Because you thought it was.
Intensive purposes.
Yes.
I've said it that way my whole life.
Uh-huh.
No one has ever corrected me either. So that just means everyone else thinks that's what it is too.
Intensive purposes?
I think
Yes.
most people know I think at some point somebody finds out.
But you would love to bust that out on somebody. You know, if you heard them say the wrong thing.
Maybe you're just not saying it a lot.
Well, I'm sure I'm not. But I've never been.
And maybe your group isn't saying it a lot.
Like, I will avoid. If I'm not quite sure, I'll just avoid the phrase. But I didn't. I felt pretty confident about that one.
I actually, yours makes sense, though. I like it.
It does.
Yeah, it's a purpose, but it's
Intensive.
intense.
All right, we should probably get on with the getting on.